Six Prison Story family salute. Y'all, it's your boy Tim Snow back here with the exclusive scoop. I'm pretty sure most of y'all heard about the prisoner that just literally walked out of Clemens unit. He was serving life without parole for being a diaper sniper. He had a 3-year relationship with a girl that was 7 to 10 years old. It took the jury only a few minutes to find this guy guilty, slam dunked him, and gave him life. And ever since then, his mom has been obsessed, trying to do things for him. This is crazy. This is going to be a wild story. But if you did not hear what's going on, let me show you.
We begin with breaking news in Brazoria, where a manhunt is underway tonight for an escaped convict. Robert Yancey Jr. has been serving a life sentence. Adam Bennett joins us from the newsroom with the latest on this search. Adam.
Cheryl, the Texas Department of Criminal Justice says 39-year-old Robert Yancey Jr. was convicted of continuous sexual abuse of a child. Yancey was last seen just after 3:30 at the Clemens unit in Brazoria. Big towns around there include Lake Jackson and Freeport. Tonight, TDCJ is sharing this photo of Yancey from before he was incarcerated. We're told he looks more like this than in his mugshot. Yancey was last seen in a white Nissan Versa, similar to one that should be appearing on your screen right there. That license plate is DNR 9145. Yancey was wearing a black beanie and a black sweater.
All right, here's the thing, y'all. They literally let this man walk out. He's one of the worst people that society could have on the run. He's been in prison. He likes little children. He has nothing to lose. And they let him walk out. And I'm getting ready to explain to you. As you notice in the video there, they knew what kind of car the man was driving. That's your first red flag there. And here's the deal, okay? His mom and her boyfriend, they did get arrested for aiding and abetting this escape. They 100% helped, all right? When you come onto a prison to visit somebody, they denote what car you're in, license plate and all that. There's sometimes they might take the drug dogs, search those. Everything about this is supposed to be high security. You got to come in. You and the other visitors have to check in, have to show your ID, have to go through a little search where you might walk through the metal detector. Like, it's a serious check-in, okay, for the inmate and the visitor. The inmate has to come down to visit, get naked, strip, squat, cough, pick him up, turn around, run his hands through his hair on the way there and the way back. On the way there is to make sure you're not taking a weapon to try to hurt a visitor. On the way back is to make sure that they didn't slip you some contraband. You know what I mean? So it's a high search. Now, when they leave back out, they have to be checked again. They have to verify their ID, look at their face, sign them back out. That's a high security thing too, okay? So this is how bad this is. The way that this family did it was purely TDC's fault. It's 1000% them being short on staff, like always. We're always talking about this system running under capacity. Some prisons are less than 50% with their jobs filled. State of Texas, get it together. We know y'all hate being embarrassed, but this is what causes it. Not only does it cause security lapses, but it causes the men to not get recreation, the men not to get anything that they're supposed to get. They'll stay in dirty clothes. They won't take showers at the right time. They'll eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for weeks at a time. Visitations get canceled. Crazy stuff. These men in here, of course, they're acting wild because they're getting denied even their basic rights that other prisoners in other places get. Is there something special about Texas that we have to be a little bit tougher? I guess so, because that's how everybody feels. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So here's the rundown. The mom and the boyfriend come to visit the guy together, but they brought separate cars. Probably should have been the first red flag. Okay. The mom, being an ex-prison guard, knew the play. It probably was her idea. I don't know. I'm speculating on that. So here, her and her boyfriend come up to rescue and save a child diddler. Why she didn't just disown this man and just say, my kid sucks, I don't know. But now she's going to have to deal with that situation. But anyway, so she comes in wearing 2 sets of clothes, right? It's my opinion that this is something they have been attempting and probably trying for a long time, and they seen their moment and they got it. Here's the first failure at TDCJ. They had an on-the-job training employee working a visitation by themselves. And OJT is not supposed to be there alone. They're still in training. But you have one over top of visitation right now. Why? Short staff, as always. Not enough people. Okay. So the way visitation works is you sit across the table from each other for a family visit. You can hold hands, you can touch to an extent. The visitors have a restroom that they go to, and the inmate has a restroom that he can go to. Because in a visit, the inmate's going to drink a lot of sodas, eat some snacks. Yeah, he might have to use the restroom. So might his mom. Okay. Well, the mom goes inside of the family bathroom, takes off her clothes, removes the roof tile, and throws her clothes up in the roof. Comes back out, sits down. Her son, the inmate serving life without parole, walks into the family bathroom. Okay. Major violation, major out of place case. It can make you lose your visits for life. And this guy walks into the family bathroom, changes an entire outfit, not just a sweater like the news reported. He changes his entire outfit, and he had his brother's ID. Think about it. They look alike. He's got his brother's ID. And he walked back out wearing a COVID mask, a stocking hat, like we call them beanies, and a whole new outfit. They didn't even make him take off his mask to look and see if it's him and his ID, and they didn't check him out right. So guess what? When they leave, the mom and the boyfriend jump in one car. The man serving life without parole jumps in the other car and takes off. That's exactly how they knew what car he was driving. They already had it written down. Okay, so Clemens unit allowed one of the most dangerous people in the state of Texas to just get up and walk out. That's unbelievable. That should never happen. If it was that easy, I would have thought about it a long time ago. Hey, it's not supposed to be that easy. And this is their second recent escape. So with that being said, and it being that easy for them, this is the first time I've ever seen an entire prison punished. As I said, Texas, the number one thing that embarrasses them is escaped convicts. Period. Gonzalo Lopez made that big escape, and I told you what happened. He rode the same bus 17 times, cutting the gate. TDC short staff, not paying attention, not checking their buses. Here goes another one, just letting them walk free. So here's the crazy part, though. They actually did do something to these staff members, okay? Like, this is not going unpunished right here for the inmate or the staff. All right, so again, this is the biggest firing I've ever seen in TDC. We just talked about recently the guy in North Texas that got beat into the coma, and 13 officers were terminated or resigned during that. But check this out. For Clemens unit, both wardens were fired. The major fired. The lieutenant fired. 3 sergeants on duty right then fired. 2 officers watching the front lobby fired. The administrative sergeant over the OJTs fired. The guy that works the outside gate fired. And he's the most special one. The last place is the outside gate. That's where they're supposed to stop and check you and make sure you're who you're supposed to be in that car. It's where they write what car you're in. The inmate drove around the guard and just left. The guard didn't even report it. He just let him go. Probably had too many other people to worry about. So it was a failure from the top and the bottom. The 2 wardens probably weren't even there that day. It was a Sunday. But guess what? They're the ones running this shift, understaffed, incompetent, and allowing trainees to do what they did. So in our reality, the communities around that area might even have some legal action against this prison for being so blatantly responsible and putting their communities in jeopardy. How about that? Not a good look, TDC. You got to get it together, man. You got to get it together. get some employees, run your recreation, feed these men, shower these men, and up your security for the general public, because nobody should be walking out of your prison like that.